Now, they're calling it a summer crime crackdown. The Met Police have made more than 1,000 arrests over the last 6 weeks as they've put more resources into 20 high streets that they've identified as hotspots for theft, street crime and antisocial behaviour. Shoplifting has reached epidemic levels across the country, with the highest ever number of thefts from shops and businesses recorded earlier this year. But the Met's message today is clear: you will be caught. Carolyn Sim reports.
On the streets of Seven Sisters, they're sniffing out drugs. This man is searched, cannabis is found, but because it's a first offence, he's given a warning.
It basically just means he's never going to do it again, but it is recorded on police systems, so if he's caught again, he will get fined and dealt with for that.
25 officers are involved in today's operation as part of Safer Summer Streets, a campaign targeting 20 crime hotspots across London, where drug dealing, shoplifting and antisocial behaviour is at its worst.
We are just half an hour into this operation and already officers have stopped at least 12 people and seized drugs. But it is the most prolific offenders that they're after.
My ideal scenario today would be to get a dealer, or I'm always hopeful that we'll find a weapon or something like that and take a weapon off the street.
A few minutes later, the dogs pick up another scent. This time it's Class A drugs, and a man is arrested on suspicion of possession with intent to supply. £3,000 worth.
That's going to be crack and heroin, so it's brown and white, they call it on the street, and then on the lock screen of his phone was grams and how much he sells them for.
In the first 6 weeks of the campaign, police have arrested over 1,300 people. This year, there's been a 163% rise in shoplifting cases being solved. But that's set against a whopping 53% rise in shoplifting since last year. Leslie Lewis, who owns a restaurant in Soho, says thefts have got so bad she had to take action.
We have security 5 days a week now. We never had security ever before, but now it's vital for their safety. Well, for all our safety, for our customers' safety, you know.
But the Met insist their tactics are working. Shoplifter Stephen Bars targeted the same co-op in Notting Hill 15 times. He was arrested during the campaign and jailed for 6 months. Stolen phones and a machete were recovered from a car stopped by officers in Camden. 3 men were arrested.
Whatever people are saying about crime in London, we know the numbers and we know the data, and that is telling us that by going out into communities, by targeting the hotspots, we can make a really big difference.
And police say action like this is making our streets safer. Carolyn Sim, ITV News, Tottenham.